Okay. Um, Hi everyone. So in this video, I want to talk about something that I personally think is very important. Um, it is August 9th, 2024. It's 12:19 a.m. And we all face some form of natural disasters at one point in our lives or another. And, you know, I have an Obama phone. And I can't even access the internet. I can't get, I don't think I'm able to get emergency type of notifications. But I think that should change despite anything and everything that's going on in the world. You know, for instance, if we take the case of the Maui fires, the Maui fire. You know, this fire started. It was supposed to be, some type of like hurricane, some type of blizzard. But it turned out to be very deadly. And there was debris flying everywhere. That debris went onto the power lines, and a fire was started. But the winds were so intense, as you guys can see the palm trees here. The winds were so high that a lot of these people didn't even have the chance to evacuate. I don't know how many people died in this Maui fire, but we can look it up. Death count. So according to this, there's 97 people died. The death toll stands at 95 people. Officials said Friday fewer people than previously believed died in the fires that ripped through Maui in August. The governor of Hawaii said in a video updates on Friday the death toll has been revised downward to 97. He said, "Thank God." But if we look at the damage, the damage cost, it was 5.5 billion. It says as of August 2023, the wildfires that struck Maui on August 8, 2023 are estimated to have cost around 5.5 billion in damages, including the cost to rebuild more than 2,200 structures. And there's just so much more information. So I think that everyone in the world should have at least notifications on their phones, whether they're connected to Wi-Fi or not, or cellular data. Because unfortunately for myself, I do have an Obama phone. While everyone is living it up and getting paid way more than I am. So for the people living in the world who don't have the luxury that some of you people have, I think that you people, like in office, you know, presidential people, instead of talking about the problems that are happening around the world, and like in the United States of America, they're talking about rebuilding the Mexican border, and they're spending billions and trillions of dollars on roads and bridges, and who knows what else. So it just doesn't make sense when it comes to people not having that information in case of an emergency. I think that everyone in the world should have, if not unlimited data or limited data or whatever the case may be, even if their data has been reached and they can no longer receive text messages or phone calls, or they can't make phone calls for whatever reason, I think that you guys should pass a law for the safety of all people, so they could be notified in case of a natural disaster, and things of that nature. Because I just don't think that that it's fair in the long run for people to have to go through that stuff. Because when it comes to people, money is not an issue. Money is not a problem. As a matter of fact, I've been studying the Donald Trump assassination attempt case, and there's a lot of people that are going to court and stuff like that, and they're like, do you people need money? Like pretty much like insinuating, if you need money, let us know, and we will help you guys with whatever it is that you people want. And he said, think big when it comes to this, because we're not only talking about the former president of the United States of America, but I think other people died in that rally, in that convention or whatever that it was, outdoors. So for the safety of all people, I believe that everyone should have some form of news access 24/7, whether they are connected to Wi-Fi or not. In case, something happens like a fire or an earthquake or a tsunami, or if a volcano is about to erupt or has erupted, and they're like the news and everyone is trying to advise everyone, to get the fuck out of there and to run to safety, run somewhere safe, or to go somewhere safe, or like if in a tsunami scenario, to get to higher ground, things of that nature. And also providing some type of GPS, like map coverage of the impacted area, so people could know if they should even react or not, if they should even get up and run to safety, that type of thing, that sort of thing. Because 97 people died in the Maui fire. I thought it was more, because it happened so fast and the winds were so freaking like severe. It was bad. It was really bad. And there was like cyclones in the ocean water. So there's definitely something going on there. And I think that if these people had unlimited data, or not even unlimited data, but if they had access to the internet, to the news, and they were able to receive some type of notifications stating, hey, there's a fire around you, get the hell out of there. And with AI technology, it should even tell them, it should even be able to let them know, the user, that have their phones. It should say on their phone, the fire is this many feet away from you, or these many miles away from you, or the next city next to you, next to yours, or whatever. That type of information could either save a life or take one away. And that's why I believe in the future. I believe that the internet will be accessible to everyone free of charge, by all the governments that govern us as citizens, or whatever they want to classify us as, whether you people are in the military or you guys are prisoners, or whatever the case may be. It shouldn't even be up for discussion. It should be a no-brainer. It should be a given. And if you people want to help people, like sincerely help people, then this will be the way to do it. Even little children, even if they're not connected to the internet, but they have a phone or a tablet or a laptop, if there is some type of natural disaster or whatever happening around them, they should be able to to see that, to have a visual. They have the right to know. So, all this data stuff is just mind fucking. It's very annoying and irritating that we even have to go through this. Especially when you people are talking about, millions and millions of dollars, and you guys are spending that on a fucking bridge or roads. And we're talking about real fucking people here. And it could be children. It could be children that could potentially escape from a life or death situation. So, this is some very serious shit. And I think that you people fucking need to provide everyone with these essentials to better serve your countries and your people. And this goes not only for the United States of America and its people, but for every single country. Okay? Like I stated before, you people can figure out different methods, different approaches to earn money and to make money than charging people for internet and for charging people for fucking Wi-Fi and little petty shit like that. Because we all pay our taxes. Everyone pays their taxes. We all work. We all are in one form or another contributors to this fucking fucked up world we live in. And if you people don't address these issues, it's just going to make matters worse. And a lot of you're on the fucking phones using up, and the people that are in charge, the people that own these companies that provide the internet to the people, they know exactly what the fuck you guys are watching and doing, because they have like algorithms. They have like Google. They know how much time you spend on Facebook, how much time you spend on Instagram, how much time you spend on TikTok, how much time you spend on Snapchat, and whatever application you people are using. They know exactly how much time, how much data, how much internet or wind bath or whatever you people call it. And a lot of you people are just rich and you're just fucking around all day long. You're probably at an airport watching a movie. And shit like that. And what I'm talking about is preventing deaths by providing people with cell phones, as long as they're on, and as long as um, they have like Google or like an Apple phone or whatever, um, they will receive notifications. And not just that, but like um, it will like have like some type of ringtone to it, like like saying, "Do I have your attention now?" type of thing. That type of thing. So yeah, um, because what if there's no one around? What if someone lives alone? Someone is renting an apartment or a studio and lives alone, and the person doesn't have any fucking internet, and there's no friends around, there's no neighbors, there's no friends, there's no family members to like go and wake the person up, like, hey, the building's on fire, dude. This is when you get the fuck up and you run the fuck out of the building. Or you can stay here and fucking burn to death. It's either you run out of the building. No, it's either you stay there. No, it's either run, least you fucking die. Yeah, run, least you fucking die. One way or the other. And with AI technology, all of this shit should be connected already. I honestly do not know what you people are spending your time doing. I don't know, understand what you guys are spending your times. That's what I was going to say, but I corrected myself and I said time. So I don't know what you people are spending your time on. I don't know what you people are doing. Especially for companies that provide internet and stuff like that to people. You people probably don't even give a fuck. These companies and organizations, they probably don't even give a fuck about whether people receive notifications or not. And that's a problem. That's an issue. So I'm speaking this message to those whom it may concern. Now, if it doesn't concern you, if you're a fucking comedian, or if you're fucking a celebrity that entertains people, or if you are, a farm worker, or whatever the fucking case may be, then obviously this fucking message just, it might apply to you, but it doesn't concern you. So I just hope that this video gets passed down to the right people, and that something is done about it immediately. Because, right now it's fire season, especially in the fall. It's coming again, all over again. Last year, wait, was it last year? Or like a few years ago? Time goes by fast. But a few years ago, there was a fire. The car fire. There's a few fires. There's a lot of fires out here in California, and all over the United States of America. So the sooner you people get with the program, the sooner that we can prevent some of these, deaths and injuries and a bunch of other things. Like, for instance, you know, not to get out of topic, but the 9/11 incident when the the Boeing 747s or 745s, airplane jets, um, went into the twin towers. First it was one, and then the second one, right? Well, with AI technology, it should not only notify people to evacuate the building, and to do so in a fast and safe manner and expedited manner, but also it should have the sense to do the math and tell and notify police officers and firefighters not to enter the building, because it's only a matter of time that the building will collapse. And regardless if they go up there and they attempt to turn off the fire, they won't be able to. Especially if, if a fucking 747 airplane goes into the building. Because we all know it was a terrorist attack. And they actually speculated that. And they theorized that it was in fact a terrorist attack, with the 9/11 incident. But I don't think they had the common knowledge and the logic to notify police officers and firefighters to get the fuck out of the way, including the people that were there, bystanders, and people that were able to exit the building, but they stood right there, right next to it, watching it fucking burn. And then the unexpected happened, and it fucking collapsed. And it collapsed on a lot of people, I'm assuming. And even if people were able to run, we all know now, from years of like the aftermath of that situation, that case, that a lot of people died. A few days later, a few weeks later, a few months later, a few years later, from breathing in all the fumes and stuff. But if AI technology is able to let you guys know, get the fuck out of the way, I hope that you people would respect the advice of AI technology. Not your friends, not your little buddies, not the people that talk shit, not your supervisors, not your fucking boss, not your mommy or your daddy, not your brothers or your sisters. AI technology. Because, yeah, they said that it was actually recorded that a smaller plane hit one of the twin towers when it was like foggy and gloomy one day. But they were able to put the fire out. But with AI technology, knowing the size of these airplanes, and not only the size but the amount of jet fuel, these jets, the commercial jets, how much they require. The the number is very staggering and very huge. It's a huge number, and I did the math. I looked it up um, because I was watching a ton of videos of airplanes crashing and people investigating, like detectives investigating how they crashed and stuff like that. Some of them did performed emergency landings. Some people, like sometimes all the people survived. Some people, so at times people didn't survive. Some people died like upon impact. Hitting trees and a bunch of other things. Okay, so it's very this is some very serious stuff because uh the amount of gallons per commercial, like a commercial jet, is 80,000 gallons of fuel. You know, so that's a lot of jet fuel. Um, and AI technology with video detection and stuff like that. With the videos that people recorded and stuff like that, there was actually people that recorded the commercial airline jet crashing into the Trump Tower. I'm sorry, the Twin Tower. I'm sorry, the Twin Tower. Um, and and just on based on that evidence alone, AI technology could have could have easily calculated a bunch of things. It could have calculated how fast the building would burn, how much time would be required to turn off the fires, how much water it would require, how much manpower would be required, and the whole nine yards. Those firefighters that went in there, they should have never gone in there. It was it was just suicide. It was a death trap. And if these people had what I'm talking about, some type of notifications, especially since they're firemen, firefighters, legally, that's their job. And AI technology will know who's a firefighter and who the fuck isn't, and who's a police officer and who the fuck isn't, and who's a fucking medical assistant or medical official or fucking not. It knows everything. It should know everything. That's why little details matter. And then when the other airplane crashed into the other twin tower, to the other tower, that's when fucking people should have been notified, like, hey, this is if I can, this is a real fucking threat. Get the fuck away. Run away. Because and I guess AI technology could like you know provide like bullet points. The building could collapse. It's the building will burn to the ground you people even before you people have the chance to fucking turn the fire off, to before you people have the chance to turn the fire out, um, and shit like that. And that was just one case out there in New York. Um, and there's a lot of cases. There's a lot of things going on. Even like in the new case with the Donald Trump assassination attempt. Um, all the people that were there at the rally or whatever, um, they should have been notified. They should have been notified in real time about the shooting at Donald Trump. They should have been notified that the shooter was dead, and there was no longer there was possibly no longer a threat. That way, but they could have been advised, hey, but we want all of you to go home, or whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of things to consider, and there's a lot of code, and a lot of I just think this is more important than whatever the fuck you people are discussing or going through or talking about or debating about or passing laws about or not. This is some real fucking shit. And when shit hits the fan, I think that everyone in the world should be I just think everyone should have the fucking right to be made aware of what's going on. It was just like back in the day and someone owning a fucking radio. If they have a fucking radio, they can, listen to the news and shit. But if they're listening to music and something bad was happening, well, it'll be their fault, right? But or maybe not. Like, I don't know. Like, this is so weird. But you people really need to fucking get your shit together. And yeah, it requires a lot of money. But this money is not going to be handed just to anyone. And you people that tell other officials or other investigators, if you need money, just let us know and think big. Well, I am thinking big, and I'm letting all of you know right now that this should be a mandatory thing for everyone, not only myself but for everyone in the world. And all they would have to do is charge up their phone, and this is when like investors get involved too, because we're talking about like Edison and power supply companies, because you people are going to make money, solar panel companies, you people are going to make money by all of these people that have to charge their fucking cell phones. So that's a way you people can make money. People have to fucking charge their phones one way or the other. Whether they're using fucking electricity or solar panels or a fucking generator or whatever the fucking case may be. So I'm just trying to say that there's different alternatives for you people to make money than to fuck people over when they run out of minutes or whatever the fuck. You know, because this live doesn't only include you people or those of you that are fortunate enough to fucking pay for a cell phone. And if you think that way, you know, you got the whole game fucked up. You have, you know, you fucking bumped your head too fucking hard as you were a fucking child or something. That or people manipulated the fuck out of you into thinking that you deserve the best and only you and your family. And even rich people, you know, even rich people, something could be happening, a natural disaster could be occurring, and you people probably will never be made aware of it. And what I'm talking about is that needs to change. Whether you are poor or fucking rich, whether you have fucking internet or not, or have the money to pay for internet or not, or whether you're connected to fucking Wi-Fi or not. Like, honestly, I'm losing sleep over this. I have to wake up at 7 a.m. I have to wash my own clothing. I have to jack off. I have to stroke my own shit. I'm not like you rich people. You know, you people just pay rich You know, you motherfuckers just pay bitches to jerk your shit. You know, some of you just have a wife to do your laundry and to cook for you and to clean for you and to wash your dishes for you and to wash your fucking socks for you and your fucking clothing for you and to do your bed and to wash your fucking sheets. And you know, you have money to fucking pay a fucking housemaid or whatever the fucking case may be, but not everyone has it that way. You know, so obviously it's obvious there's different classes of people. You know, there's the ghetto, there's people that are barely getting by, there's middle class, there's high class, there's fucking people that are just so fucking rich that they could just pass down their money to their children's children from one generation after another, you know, and so on and so forth. But this is very annoying. You know, like, honestly, it really is. You know, and if shit hits the fan, you know, you people are going to wish that someone was there letting you know about it. And you know, cell phones, smartwatches, which I already got another one. They're fucking saving lives, man. As a matter of fact, there was a bunch of tornadoes in the, like, I don't know, somewhere out there in the east coast of the United States of America. And there was this lady that had a smartwatch on. and they saved her life. She was stuck in the rubble of her home or whatever. She had a smartwatch, and I think she was able to make a phone call or to somehow click on a um, SOS button or something like that. And yeah, they went over there and they found her, and they detected her like with GPS, and they saved her life. And other people, they don't have that luxury. Other people get stuck in the rubble, and they have these search and rescue have these search dogs, and they're depending on the search dogs to save people's lives. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I mean, but there's also that possibility that the search dogs could not detect life. So there's a lot of things to really look into and to consider. I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about technology that can see through the rubble, and to search for, to look for signs of life, similar to technology that can, like in space, that can actually, like, I think it can literally look, it can literally fucking look into the fucking dirt underground and shit like that. Oh fuck. Because American people, I think, we're all spoiled. We can buy whatever we want. Um, I spent $12 on a fucking plant, and I think they died. They died, and I didn't give a fuck about the plants. Even to this day, I care less about the plants. I'm just like, whatever. It didn't grow. It didn't survive. Like, I wish I had a fucking sprinkler system, a drip system or something to provide it with water. And that's my point. A lot of you are just throwing money, and spending money on whatever the fuck. That's my point. You people are spoiled, including myself. I'm fucking spoiled too. But not having fucking internet. And the other day, I have a video of a fire that was going on. I don't know if it was a few miles away, but it was like near us. And I came back home from work, and when we were coming back from work, my friend noticed it. My friend from work, my boss, the guy that pays me to fucking do this and do that and do this and do that and go get this for me. I'm his runner boy. Go get that. Oh, you forgot this. Oh, go take this back to the truck. Oh, do this, do that, do this all day long, all day long, for $18 an hour. But anyway, yeah. So we were coming back home. There's a fucking fire not too far from us, and I came back home and I was like, I see my mom there, my dad, my uncle, and I was like, hey, you guys know there's a fire? And they were like, no, we didn't know there was a fire. Imagine the Maui people. There's probably like, maybe family members, maybe siblings. Like, hey, Dad. They stepped into the room. Hey, Dad, guess what? I just went outside. When I went outside, there's a fire out in the distance. Oh, really, son? Oh, that's wonderful. Come sit down with me and let's watch this movie together. They have no idea. You guys get what the fuck I'm saying? Or am I talking to myself? Or am I wasting my own time? Or what the fuck's going on here? What is this? Am I fucking isolated from the rest of the world or some shit? For people not to pay attention to me and shit? What the fuck is going on? But that's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I came in, I told him about the fire, and I was like, hey, if I were you guys, I would get some shit together, like in some bags and in a suitcase, in case we need to evacuate. Especially after like looking at these videos about the Maui fire. Some people don't really understand the severity. I forgot how to pronounce that word. But the seriousness of a fire and the damage or damages it can cause, and how fast it can spread and how fast it can burn. A number of things. So yeah, that day I went outside. I went on top of the roof and I started recording. But it turned from black smoke to like a white smoke. So the fires were contained and the fire was put out around here. And like I said, it happened like, I don't know, I think 2 months ago. I have it on my internet. I uploaded the video. I just don't want to look into it. Oh God. But my boss told me that there is a big house that burned. A big house. Because we're like some of the poor people down here, and we call them the rich houses. So one of the rich houses burnt down up in the mountain somewhere. I could be a bum living underneath a bridge right now if it wasn't for my parents. So I'm fucking very grateful. Very fucking grateful. But like, what happens to bums? Some bums have cell phones, some don't. So these are just things to consider. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, if you guys want to take things to a whole different level, You people that run the government or whatever, you people can hijack, not really hijack, but like, you guys can hack all the computers, all the televisions, all the cell phones. Man, I swear, I think I have a fucking lice in my fucking hair. Keeps bugging me. Anyways, so you guys can technically just fucking hack all the fucking like McDonald's menus and like every single restaurant, their fucking menus and shit. You guys can hack them. You guys can fucking literally remove their menu so people that are standing there can see what's going on. That type of thing with AI technology, of course. What else? Oh yeah, the billboards, the digital billboards on the freeways as well. That that sort of thing as well. So yeah, the Maui fire was just another natural disaster. Another fucked up natural disaster. But you people are thinking about whatever the fuck you people are thinking about, and none of that shit matters. I mean, look at all the tsunamis. Look at the fucking damages that the fucking tsunamis did. It doesn't matter about the roads. It doesn't matter about the electricity. It doesn't matter about the homes. It doesn't matter about your car, your fucking horses, your fucking boats. None of that shit matters. At the end of the day, what does matter is you fucking stupid motherfuckers providing, shit to us when shit hits the fan, whether we have money or not, or whether we're fucking connected to Wi-Fi or not. You stupid motherfuckers. So, if you guys don't have nothing else to do, why don't you guys work on that? And for a lot of you who are just, running your fucking goddamn mouths about whatever, why don't you people think about these type of things instead? Because this is some serious shit. Oh, and here's the list of natural disasters. Look at this in the form of a picture. Sinkhole, hailstorm, thunderstorm, snowstorm, dust storm, hurricane, sandstorm, tsunami, forest fire, volcano, avalanche, windstorm, flood, earthquake, drought, tornado. Oh, and then there's accidents and a bunch of other things. Ooh, this is the Maui fire picture I just showed you guys right now, earlier. Natural disasters in 2003 set record in blah blah blah. Probably the almanac or the world record, some shit. I don't know, but yeah, look at Japan. The Japan Times. Kind of like the LA Times. But it's the Japan Times. So it's not just happening here. I hear China is better developed, better advanced in technology, and a bunch of other things. So I think that you people in office, whether you're from the United States of America or in China or any country, I think that you people should fucking um give this video, like the highest esteem. And because people can talk. People run their mouths all day long. They talk about this, they talk about that, they talk about this, they talk about that. And we could all do that. It's like this one. This what is this thing called? A thunderstorm? Hold on. It's fucking oh, hurricane. It's like a hurricane. Just going in circles. Circles, circles, circles. Round and round and round. That's all we're doing. Blah, blah, blah. Yippity yappy, yippity yappy. And all for what? To what avail? To what aim? Can anyone answer that? So, yeah, people, as long as people have a charged cell phone, a charged fucking smartwatch, a charged fucking laptop, or whatever the case may be, or bums or whatever that don't have fucking cell phones or whatever. If there's a fire going on or a natural disaster, and they happen to see a TV or a menu at a store or something, instead of the menu, it'll get converted to the current natural disaster in real life time. And I'm hoping that AI technology will be all up in the mix and possibly even forecasting certain things, like in the next 5 hours, AI technology expects for the fire to be turned off. Like, let's say there's a fire, and the technology, the internet knows how many firefighters are there, how much water they have, how many airplanes they have. It already knows how fast the winds are blowing. It will know how much of the fire is contained or not. It will know everything. And with that data, it will be able to forecast what will happen in the next 5 hours or not. Depending on how many people are there or not. Like, let's say there's 200 people, 200 firefighters. And, let's just assume that it forecasts that the fires will be turned off in 5 hours. Now that would be great. And if other things happen, like the winds increase or whatever, then it can, that information can change. And it will also it will also reveal to the people the reasons why. Like, for instance, it will say, from AI's last observation, it assumed that the fire was going to be get put out in the next 5 hours, but now the winds have increased to 30 more miles per hour. So on the screen it'll say winds increased by 30 miles per hour. So therefore, now it's showing like a general idea where the fires will be going or headed towards, and approximately what time the fires will get put out based on all the data that it has, and that it can possibly get its little brain wrapped around. So that would drastically dictate the outcome of each and every single scenario and case. Like right now, there could be a fire, and I wouldn't even fucking know. Me staring at my fucking computer is like staring at a picture. It's not very useful information unless I'm searching for something specifically, and typically that's what everyone's doing. But if there's a natural disaster, I think that it should interrupt whatever the fuck we're doing for our own safety and for the safety of others. And that's all I'm really trying to say. I'm sorry if you're a farm worker, and I somehow if I somehow what's the word? If I somehow fucking holy fuck, I just spilled my beer all over myself. If you're a farm worker and fucking if I insulted you in any way or fashion, I'm deeply sorry. That wasn't my intentions whatsoever. I don't know. It's supposed to be a free phone, but these guys want money now. And they're trying to get like $15 out of me. And that's exactly what they want. They're trying to pick at everyone's pockets. Whether you're fucking Bill Gates or you're a fucking bum living on the streets. Like, goddamn, these motherfuckers. But if you're rich, or or if you knew someone that was rich, that was impacted by one of these natural disasters, then maybe you could relate. Maybe in fact this video does concern you. And you want to help people. Maybe you couldn't save your friend or your family member or others. Maybe you like to help people. You know, and accidents happen all the time. And maybe you know, all this shit is getting to you. Mentally and physically and a bunch of other shit. You know, we we can't be everywhere at once. But what is everywhere right now is cell phones and laptops and televisions, smartwatches, you know, billboards, digital billboards and shit like that. So you know, I think with a little bit of code, a little bit of coding, I think it will help all of these smart computer geniuses that program the web and stuff like that. Because it's a full-time job, 24/7. It's a 24/7 job. And for people that don't have a fucking job, or whatever the case may be, even if they say no one wants to hire me, well, now there will be more job opportunities for everyone, you know, because I think a lot of you out there, you want a job that will pay you a lot of money. And people are so, you know, people just want to start their own business so they could just immediately start taxing the fuck out of everyone they can. But you know, there's just so many people doing that, and they just want to benefit themselves, and that's all. If they could just provide for their families and loved ones, that's all they care about. They don't give a fuck about what the fuck's going on in a different country, or what the fuck is going on with all these SpaceX rocket launches, and whether these rocket launches are successful or not, and the reentry process and procedures as well. Some people don't give a fuck about that. All they care about is themselves and their family members. So, in other words, I'm helping the economy by what I'm saying, what I'm proposing, because now all these computer geniuses are, oh, they're going to the matrix. They're going to get involved into the matrix of providing people, whether they have a Wi-Fi connection or internet connection or not, with information not just here in the United States of America, but every single country, every single state, every single city, every single business, and not just every single business, but every single home as well. You know, and I talked about this before. For instance, you're inside of a building and it's on fire, and you happen to be in there. Technology will send you a fucking notification, even if it wakes your ass up. You know, because you know, it doesn't matter if you only had 5 hours of sleep, or 4 hours of sleep, or 3 hours of sleep. If the fucking goddamn building is on fire, and you hear that alarm that the phone provides, you know, to get your attention, well, all of you are gonna jump up. You motherfuckers are gonna jump out of your beds like if God walked up in the bitch. You know, just you're all of a sudden in a horizontal position, and that alarm just fucking comes on. Now you're in a fucking, well, once you read the information, you'll be in a fucking vertical position in no time, running out the fucking door and trying to save your own ass. And while you're trying to save your own ass, everyone else in the building is outside. And they're all saying, oh, we're so glad you came out. And we're so glad you woke up. And at the same time, firefighters are rushing up in that bitch with their oxygen tanks and non-burnable clothing. You know, they're superheroes. As a matter of fact, I just came up with an idea. Why doesn't someone create a video of like firefighters dancing inside of a burning home? You know? That would be super cool. And any celebrity or whatever, any artist can be there singing along or singing, you know, kind of like I don't know. I'm thinking J-Lo. J-Lo could be there shaking her booty. And all the firefighters too. No, but when J-Lo shakes her booty, the firefighters will be moving their hips. And then when J-Lo turns around, the firefighters will turn around as well. So now J-Lo will be facing forwards and all the firefighters will be facing the opposite direction. And they'll be shaking their asses. And J-Lo will be singing, you know, the center of attention, as she always is. But anyways, that was just a side thoughts. So irrelevant to this video. You know, my mind fucks with me sometimes. And I'm a fucking handyman. And I'm a window cleaner. And I'm a gardener. And I'm a fucking massager. And I'm a loser. And I'm a winner. And I'm educated, but sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm bright, but sometimes I'm dumber than a fucking mule. Goddamn mule. Still can't wrap my mind around any of this information. Anyways, I gotta go. This was food for thought anyways.